Hello everyone, this is HESKSK here, and I want to make another Hero Spotlight video. This time it's going to be for the very first new hero that has been added to the game since the launch of pre-alpha. That is right, it is the World Wanderer, Li-Ming. Now we're going to be able to jump right on in to check out all of her abilities, and then I will talk about all of her talents as per usual. So let's go ahead and try her out. Currently she does cost 5,500 gold, which I think is comparable to other heroes that are similar to her. Now Li-Ming is definitely a support class in all definitions of the word. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. I always like to just mention their two ultimates first. Jug of 1,000 Cups, rapidly heal nearby allies, or the other heroic ability is Water Dragon, heavily damages a nearby enemy. We're going to be doing those in just a minute. For now, we'll go ahead and click that. Let's go ahead and toggle on our minions, and while they kind of duke it out, let's go ahead and read through her abilities. Number one, she does use a standard mount. I do mention that because some of the heroes do not use mounts at all, so she does use a standard one here, as you can see. There is Healing Brew, which has a cooldown of only 3 seconds, which is toss a refreshing cup of brew to the lowest health ally within range, prioritizing heroes over minions. It restores 230 health and 30 mana. Now keep in mind that in these test scenarios, you are a little bit higher level than if you were to just join a game. Then there is Cloud Serpent. Li-Ming summons a baby Cloud Serpent to assist the target allied hero. The Cloud Serpent follows the hero around, attacking nearby enemies for 62 damage. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you these two abilities. So basically the Q one is one that you kind of just spam all day long, I feel like. It doesn't cost a whole lot of mana. It doesn't heal that much either, but it is a good one to spam while you're running away if you're unable to really assist your allies. So at this point, I'm actually auto-attacking and spamming it to try and heal whoever I can. Now, it does not allow you to heal yourself. As you can see, I'm trying to spam it right here, but it is not working on me, even when I did have a little bit of damage health. So that's going to be that one. Healing Brew, just spam that a lot. 3-second cooldown. Now the Serpent, Li-Ming summons a baby Cloud Serpent to assist the target allied hero. It has to be a hero, and you can cast it on yourself. So there we go right there. You can actually kind of see that little serpent following me around. It's like the most adorable thing I think I've ever seen. But as you can see, it just kind of sits there and attacks as you attack. It basically adds DPS to anyone that you would like. And again, the interesting thing about it is you can cast this on an ally. So if you look at her abilities so far, they are all support, as now I'm making Malfurion do more damage. Also keep in mind that they did buff Arthas. If you watch my patch video, oh, get back here, Arthas. You are so dead, baby. But basically, you can heal your allies. I'm going to go ahead and try and heal these minions just a little bit, just so you can see. I wasn't able to heal him, but able to heal Malfi there. I like to call him Malfi. I don't know why. And to heal the little wizard guy, etc. Next one is Blinding Wind. Li-Ming throws a cloud of Blinding Wind at the nearest 3 enemies. Enemy heroes dealing 170 damage. Minions will be hit if there are not enough heroes in range. The targets are blinded, missing with their next basic attack. The blind debuff lasts for 4 seconds. So I'm going to show you that right here. So I am close to Arthas. Let's see if we can get in range of the minions as well. There we go. You can see the tornadoes kind of go out there, and that basically makes them miss their next basic attack, which is just an auto attack. So it's kind of good, I guess, if there's a major golem or something that's kind of wrecking your face. But really, it basically is for the damage and making them miss their next. It's kind of like Sand Attack from Pokemon a little bit. Next one, Water Dragon. This is the heroic ability we talked about. Li-Ming summons a Water Dragon that charges an attack for 3 seconds, then does 610 damage to the nearest enemy hero. Enemies near the target take half damage. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this right here. So once you hit it, Dragon kind of flies around. I'm trying to chase Arthas here to keep him in range, and then it slams down, doing big damage and AoE damage to the minions below it. Now, keep in mind that Arthas, I believe, specs pretty tanky when you're just kind of trying it out. So it didn't look that impressive, but it does do quite a bit of damage, and that is, again, a 60-second cooldown. Now, let's go ahead and reset the heroic ability. I love how now it puts me on a magical pony, even though it's on a regular one there for a minute. Now, we are going to do Jug of 1,000 Cups. And I'll show you exactly what that does, as rapidly tosses brew to the most injured nearby allies, prioritizing heroes over minions. It restores a total of 1,560 health and 360 mana over 6 seconds. So I will, of course, show you that in just a moment. Looks like their Arthas is a little bit low, but just gotta go ahead and do this. And basically, it's just throwing jugs around. Now, I cannot attack or use abilities while doing this. However, I can continue to move. It's not a channeled ability where you cannot move, and moving does not interrupt it. However, you cannot use spells or abilities, so so you really want to use that if your allies are taking lots of damage, but you know that you can survive, and you also know that you're not going to basically need to do any damage directly. Now, one thing I do want to mention about Li-Li is all of her abilities except for one are not targeted. The Q, when you spam this, it automatically heals units around you. The E, Blinding Wind, you don't have to target it. It's just going to hit 3 heroes around you. Same thing with Jug of 1,000 Cups, and also same thing with the Dragon. So I would say that she is a very easy character, very easy hero to play. Oh no, we gotta heal Malfi. Malfi, get out of there, buddy. Get out of there, buddy. I'll try and make him miss his attack there just to try and assist in the escape. And at this point, just spamming the heal here to try and help out while also auto-attacking. Unfortunately, my Malfi is not the prize. But you can see how quickly it'll heal one hero if needed, as not only is Malfi taking a lot of damage, but also still healing through the damage. And actually, this is kind of a good example now. Arthas is going to miss his attack. Go ahead and give Malfi my little dragon, because I know that he's going to be in the heat of combat. And you can see that Li-Li does not run out of mana that quickly. This includes all spamming of my abilities, and I am able to fight for quite some time. We are eventually able to overwhelm him. Of course, it is a 2 versus 1 and also a bot, but you get the idea of the basic spells. But for now, let's go ahead and quit. But wait, there's more. We're going to talk about all the talents and any skins or custom colors there are. I do believe that there is no skins for Li-Li right now. Yeah, so if I go ahead and click skins, you can see that she's basically, this is going to spin around. That's the whole point of this, am I right? But either way, there's going to be red, which is the standard one, and then you do have green, which I don't think changes anything physically on her, just changes her outfit, and I think she has a butterfly in her hair, apparently, that changes. And does anything on her backpack change? Nope, just the colors. And then, of course, there's going to be orange as well, and let's look at orange and blue, kind of complementary colors going on here. But that is the skin colors tints that she has. Now, they did change the talent kind of screen right here, which is pretty interesting, as they recently changed that in the most recent patch. But either way, at level 1, Path of Wizard, your hero gains an extra 5 mana and 0.2 mana regeneration for every level gained. There's also going to be damage dealt by Blinding Wind is increased by 25%. It's called Gale Force. Pretty good there. And once you start to unlock these by getting higher rank and level with your character, you can get Mass Vortex. Maximum number of targets hit by Blinding Wind increased to 5. That's pretty good. And then there's Bribe. Kill enemy minions to gain stacks of Bribe. That's the one you use to unlock free minions. Healing Ward. We've seen this one before. Place on the ground to heal allies in an area for 2% of their max health every second for 10 seconds. So that's if you want even more utility. Now, I do want to mention Bribe. Again, if you're not familiar with it, kill enemy minions to gain stacks of Bribe. At 40 stacks, activate to capture target mercenary camps. Does not work on golems. You can't get free golems for that one. They are not free 50. Now, at level 4, you get Bringer of Gifts. Casting Cloud Serpent also heals the target for 100 health and 20 mana. I think that's when you try the character, that is one of the passives there. So basically, it gives her more utility. Lightning Blind. Enemies now miss their next 2 basic attacks. So instead of more utility, it's more giving your opponents debuffs. Shield Ally. Place a protective shield on an allied hero, protecting them from 300 damage before breaking. And that lasts for 5 seconds. That is very similar to kind of Tassadar's ability, which is giving them that shield. Poison Enemy. Poisons an enemy hero, dealing 180 damage over 6 seconds. So again, you can see, 3 options for utility, essentially, and then 1 for actually doing damage if you'd like to spec into that. Now, they're at level 7, you get First Sip. Li-Li is healed for half of the amount of the target. So that allows to give you a little bit more survivability. The good stuff. The amount of life restored from Healing Brew is increased by 25%. That is pretty good. I have a feeling that spamming that Q is really, really good. But at the same time, then you're not dealing damage yourself. So we'll see exactly where Li-Li fits into the game. Call Down Mule repairs the target structure, granting its health and ammo over 60 seconds. Now, I will say that this has been recently buffed. I'm curious to see if more people start to get that. Then there's Clairvoyance. Reveal the target area. Enemies in the area are revealed for a short duration. That makes sense. It basically just reveals a small part of the map. And then this is where you basically choose your 2 ultimates there, so we can kind of skip through that because we already talked about them. Then at level 13, Elusive Feat. After taking damage, the damage received from the next 2 hero basic attacks is reduced by 50%. Charges last 10 seconds, and this effect has a 10-second cooldown. Now, remember that her passive is basically when you take damage, you run faster, which I think I may have forgot to mention that. But either way, her passive is when she takes damage, she runs faster. Pretty cool stuff. Lightning Serpent. Cloud Serpent basic attacks bounce to 3 nearby enemy targets, dealing 7 damage each. Of course, that would scale up as you level up. Hindering Winds. Blinding Wind now also slows targets by 25% for 2 seconds. That seems really good. Level 13 is pretty good for her, it seems like. Shrink Ray. Activate to reduce enemy heroes' damage by 50% and movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. We've seen that one before. It's basically kind of, well, it's essentially what it says is a Shrink Ray, and it makes them really tiny on the screen, and they are kind of worthless for the duration. Ice Block. Activate to place yourself in stasis and gain invulnerability for 3 seconds. Now, I will say Ice Block, I don't know that any of the other characters have this unless I've just been missing it. Normally, you would expect mages to have it, but apparently Li-Li learned how to do that as well. At level 16, you're able to pick Magical Essence, increases the range of Healing Brew, Cloud Serpent, and Binding Wind by 25%. So buffs all your abilities just to be a little bit longer. Herbal Cleanse removes all crowd control effects and increases the movement speed of the target by 20% for 2 seconds. So that's essentially going to allow them a free get out of jail card. And remember, if you spec into this ability, you can upgrade it almost, how many times can you upgrade it? I guess just this one time, but either way, lots of fun stuff that you can do there. And then next is 2 for 1. Li-Li throws a drink to the 2 lowest health allies near her. So again, you can have the choice of doing that. Timeless Creature, increase the duration of Cloud Serpent by 100%. That one's kind of cool. And Stone Skin, we've seen this one before. Activate to gain 30% of your max health in shields for 5 seconds. Now at level 20, the fun begins. We'll see exactly what she has. Resurgence of the Storm. Upon dying, revive back at your altar after 5 seconds. This can occur once every 120 seconds. Bolt of the Storm, activate to teleport to a nearby location. So it's basically Blink. Storm Shield, activate to give you and your nearby allied heroes a shield for 20% of their maximum health for 3 seconds. So if you have big bursts coming your way, that'd be a good one to get. And activate Jug of 1,000,000 cups. Li-Li throws out twice as many cups over the same duration. So you saw how good that was already. This makes it way, way better. Double Dragon. After hitting a target with your Water Dragon, another dragon is summoned at the point of impact. So this is basically doubles your ultimates, which is really freaking cool. But either way, Li-Li is a great support character. If you are into that kind of thing, if you like healing or debuffing your opponents, then she may be the way to go. I would say that overall, she is an easy character to play, as she does have easy escape in that if she takes damage, she can run away. She has lots of healing spells and really only one targeted spell, which is clicking on an ally. So overall, I would say definitely a very noob-friendly class. I'm curious to see exactly how the balance shapes up. Apparently, she only has 3 toes, which is kind of weirding me out. But definitely let me know down below which hero would you like to see next. I will gladly cover it and hopefully eventually get through all the heroes. So again, Blizzard did release 2 heroes recently. I will go ahead and cover the next one right now in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is HESKeska here, and I want to make another Hero Spotlight video. This time it's going to be for the very first new hero that has been added to the game since the launch of pre-alpha. That is right, it is the World Wanderer, similar to her. Now, Li-Li is definitely a support class in all definitions of the word. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. I always like to just mention their 2 ultimates first. Jug of 1,000 cups, rapidly heal nearby allies. She does use a standard mount. I do mention that because some of the heroes do not use mounts at all. So she does use a standard one here, as you can see. There is Healing Brew, which has a cooldown of only 3 seconds, which is Toss, or the other heroic ability is Water Dragon, heavily damages a nearby enemy. We're going to be doing those in just a minute. For now, we'll go ahead and click that. Let's go ahead and toggle on our minions, and while they kind of duke it out, let's go ahead and read through her abilities. Number 1, Li-Li. Now, we're going to be able to jump right on in to check out all of her abilities, and then I will talk about all of her talents as per usual. So let's go ahead and try her out. Currently, she does cost 5,500 gold, which I think is comparable to other heroes that are